Hi everyone, welcome back again to my page and my story, part 12. When my fiancé asked me to prepare and travel to the village that his family were coming to meet mine, he was still overseas. After the date they were supposed to come was fixed, I informed my uncle, my father's older brother, that I would be returning to the village for some visitors who were coming to meet him on behalf of me. Upon arriving at the village, I told my uncle that it was the family of the man that proposed to me that were coming to see him. I had to lie to him that the man himself could not make it as he was still at work and would need to be permitted before he could leave. I also lied to him that my fiancé was based in Ekiti State in Nigeria, as I didn't want to reveal he was not based in the country due to the kind of person my uncle was and still is. After my fiancé's family came and left with the marriage list, I went back to the city and registered for my marriage course class. While I was attending the marriage class, I began purchasing items for both my traditional and white wedding ceremonies. Our wedding was set for 6th January 2020. My fiancé returned to the country on 22nd December 2019 and met my family on 24th of the same month. He told my uncle he would be returning with his people on 28th to pay my bride price. But on that 28th morning, my husband went to the bank to withdraw some cash. But unfortunately, on getting to the bank, he had a sudden attack that kept him in the bank for almost the entire day. He was too sick and weak to stand up, so he stayed in the bank bathroom to find some comfort. By the time he was able to come out, it was already evening. My uncle became certain that nobody was coming because he seated like he was not expecting visitors. However, they showed up in the evening and he was surprised. Losing both parents can make your family treat you like a stranger in your own home. But despite the spiritual battles and resistance, my bride price was paid that day and I left with them. After a successful wedding on January 6th, we traveled to our hometown for the traditional marriage ceremony. The reception took place in front of my house at the village square, and despite some challenges, the event went well also. We overlooked unexpected behaviors from some guests and family members. My uncle was asked to visit my husband's house the next day as per our village tradition to confirm where their daughter is now married into. After our marriage ceremony was over, we returned to my husband's family home and they did a little celebration to welcome me as the new wife, which I received many gifts including numerous wrappers. The following afternoon, my uncle arrived with his 2 wives and 4 children, just like they were instructed, and according to the tradition of my village, 2 sons from each wife. My uncle's wife from my mother's family also joined them. They were served 2 coolers of soup, 1 small cooler of semolina and 1 cooler of jollof rice, as well as water and varieties of drink, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. In my dialect, there is something that is called a goji. It is given to people that visited you. My husband offered a total of 5,000 naira towards the kola nut, that is the egoji, while others contributed different amounts, which made it a total of 7,000 plus. My uncle demanded 20,000 naira, but it was wrong as the kola nut contribution could be voluntarily and based on what each person can afford. When my uncle realized he wouldn't get what he asked for, he warned my husband to be careful as he would also be watching. A few weeks after my marriage, my husband and I went to apply for my passport, followed by my visa. When my passport was ready and my visa was approved, my husband booked our flight tickets and we traveled back together. I am grateful to God for the kind of husband He gave me, my odogu, my soulmate. Thank you for loving me the way you do. I know you are not tall, you are not that handsome, but you are exactly what I want in a man. And I know you are not that rich, but I promise you we will get there someday. Thank you, Obim, for being the dad and guidance I and my siblings asked for. Stay tuned, guys, for I'll be sharing my marriage pictures and videos on my next post.